What's up, guys? Rampage here again, bringing you today's question of the day. And for today's question of the day, I'm going to be asking you guys, what was your favorite legendary Pokemon to catch in any of the Pokemon games? And my answer is Lugia from Pokemon Soul Silver. I would say Mewtwo just because I really like Mewtwo, but that cave was so annoying. And I want to say Lugia from Soul Silver and just not regular Silver was because I really like the animations with it. Like the World Islands caves was very annoying, but the animation made it all worth it. So that's why I really like that. You know, there's also other good ones such as Giratina in the Distortion World. What else? Maybe Rayquaza from Emerald, or Groudon, Kyogre. Anything. So leave your answers in the comments below, and let's get started with the battle. What is up, guys? Rampage here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we got a really great UU battle against some guy called FrozenShepard that I found off of the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. I wanted to use some new guys in UU and stop using like my old team, so I decided to use some new guys, and I came across this Choice Specs Kingdra set, so I just decided to make a team around that, using some guys that could support it well and that works with it. So anyway, let's get started with the battle. My opponent's going to lead off with a Mamoswine, and I'm going to lead off with my Flygon. Definitely not a favorable matchup for me, so I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Kingdra knowing that I could take an Ice Shard fairly nicely because I do have good natural bulk and I could take him out with an easy Choice Spec Surf. So that's exactly what I'm going to go for, except that he has the Focus Sash, so he will be able to live this hit, and he's also going to set up his rocks, which, they're not that bothering to me because I don't have any Pokemon weak to him, so it's not really going to be too much trouble. And I am going to be able to take out his Mamoswine with another Surf, which is great. So now I'm at an early 6-5 lead. He's going to bring out his Flygon though, so I'm not going to be able to stay in. I'm going to have to switch out into my Registeel just because I thought he would actually go for a U-turn, but instead he goes for the Outrage, which is a bad move for him, but a good move for me because now he was locked in, and now I can just set up my Stealth Rocks, which are the most important move in the game, so that's great. And now I'm at a good position because his Flygon's confused, meaning he'll have to switch out, so I could just go for a Seismic Toss. But I'm actually going to switch out into my Deoxys, probably trying to set up my Spikes, as he's going to switch out into his Azelf. And, it's still not too bad of a matchup for me unless he has Shadow Ball, but I don't think he will. Well, actually he might be, since his Mamoswine was the one who set up rocks. He's definitely not the lead Azelf, so not sure. Anyway, besides that, he's going to switch out into his Zapdos. I'm just going to hit it with Seismic Toss, trying to get some damage, and then I'm going to go for the Taunt so this Zapdos can't like Roost or Toxic or Sub or anything gay that they usually tend to do. And I'm just going to continue the Seismic Toss, and he's actually going to hit me with a Thunderbolt. And seeing as the Seismic Tosses aren't doing too much, I know that this thing is bulky. I just don't know whether it's defensive or special defensive as of yet. He's going to hit the Thunderbolt, and he's going to be freaking gay and get a crit, which was really gay, but it didn't really matter too much since I'm going to just be able to recover it off and get basically all my HP back this turn. As he's going to switch out into his Milotic. Not worried about this Milotic at all though, because previously, as you saw, I do have the Taunt, so Milotic really can't be doing anything gay to me as well. Whether it has the Toxic or it wants to recover or protect, it can't do anything since it's taunted. And the only thing he can do is hit me with a Surf, but that's not doing a lot. So he was actually in a better position with his Zapdos. He probably didn't want that to die though, so that's why he switched out. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to switch out into my Kingdra knowing I could take a Surf easy because it is 4 times resistant. And I'm just going to go for the Draco Meteor just to try and get off damage. I know that he can't recover right now, so I just want to get off as much damage as possible. Unfortunately for him, I get a crit on the Draco Meteor, which actually takes out his Milotic, which is great for me. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And the thing is about Kingdra that I like is it's the strongest hitting Draco Meteor in UU, I believe. I think so. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why I really wanted to use this Kingdra because, yeah, the strongest Draco Meteor. Can't really go wrong with that. So anyway, back to the battle. I'm going to go out into my Flygon, and he's going to bring out his Hitmontop, get the Intimidate on me, which was super gay, because now I won't be able to take out this Hitmontop, and I was actually predicting his Zapdos to come in, but it's all good. So now I'm going to just continue to outrage him. He's going to hit me with a Sucker Punch after he Rapid Spin. And he's at low yellow now. And I'll just be able to take him out easily as soon as I switch out into my Heracross. He's going to go for the Toxic though. Not worried about it since I already have a Toxic Orb and I'm Guts. so it's not doing me any harm basically. So he's going to hit me with a sucker punch just to try and get damage off on me, and I'm just going to take him out with a facade just in case his Zapdos wanted to come in. I could hit that and most likely take that out. So now he's going to bring out his Flygon, and he's definitely going to go for the outrage. So I'm going to go out into my Milotic just to take that, because this is my defense of Milotic, and I know I should be able to take an outrage quite easily. I am able to take that easily, and I should be able to take another one, so I can just recover, stall him until he gets confused like he just did. So he's confused now, so he's probably not going to want to stay in, and I think I'm actually just going to go for a Scald this next turn, maybe, or a Toxic. Hopefully I go for a Toxic. No, I'm actually going to switch out as he brings in his Zapdos, and I'm just going to go out into my Flygon. Oh yeah, I predicted his Zapdos to come in, so I'm going to bring out my Flygon, and hopefully an Outrage will take this thing out, but it doesn't. It lives with like a slither of HP, and he's going to be able to go. He's going to be able to go for a Roost and get back over half HP. So I'm definitely not going to be able to take this thing out. Even if I got a crit, it probably wouldn't have taken it out. So yeah, that sucks. And he's just going to Roost stall me until I get confused. Unfortunately well, it's not really unfortunate since nothing happens. I only get the 2-turn Outrage, so I'm now going to be able to switch out into my into my Deoxys so I can try and taunt this thing again. But he's actually going to go for the Roar, which is something I've never seen on Zapdos. I'm not sure if it's standard on the Zapdos or not, but it's something I never see. So anyway, he's going to roar me out into a Heracross. Don't want to stay in, so I'm just going to go back out into my Deoxys. Know I can take a Thunderbolt and then recover because I'm faster. But he gets a crit again, which was super gay. I was super upset during that, and like, yeah, I was about ready to throw my DS. And yeah, that just really made me mad. So anyway, I'm going to bring out my Milotic, because now my only chance of basically taking out this Zapdos is to hit him, is to stall him out with Toxic. So I hit him with the Toxic, and I'm gonna just try to stall this thing out now because it's my best bet of taking this thing out. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And I'm just going to go for the Protect just to get, the Toxic damage off on him, and I want to get Lefty's Recovery so I can switch my Milotic out and then switch it back in as Death Fodder. Because if I would have switched it back in later, well, no, it still could have been good Death Fodder even if it didn't live the rocks. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to bring out my Registeel knowing I can take Thunderbolts for days. And I'm just try and get some damage off on this Zapdos with the Seismic Toss. But he's going to switch out into his Azelf, which means that his Azelf probably does have the Fire move, but I will just plan for that accordingly. So I'm going to go out into my Milotic now as Death Fodder because I needed to get a safe switch out into my Flygon. And he does go for the Flamethrower, and he reveals that he has Life Orb, so yeah, there's not much else to say about that. I'm going to bring out my Flygon. I am Scarf, so I could definitely outspeed this thing. And he's going to bring out his Zapdos. I'm just going to go for the U-turn. And I'm just going to U-turn out into my Registeel again because Registeel is basically walling his Zapdos, even though I don't have any good form of recovery. But it's going to take a while for him to take me out with Thunderbolts, meaning the toxic damage will start to stack up a lot. So anyway, he's going to go back out into his Azelf. I'm just going to hit it with a Seismic Toss, just trying to get damage on the Zapdos. And I think Life Orb might be able to take him out after this next hit. So I'm just going to fodder out my Heracross. But now that I'm looking back on this battle, this was probably not a good move. I could have definitely used my Heracross for later if I would have went out into Flygon instead, because Flygon could have definitely taken the obvious Flamethrower. That was super obvious. I don't know why I didn't go out into Flygon at first. But yeah, anyway, that's that. He's going to bring out his Flygon as I'm going to bring in Registeel. I don't want to take an Earthquake, so I'm going to switch out into my own Flygon. And luckily, he didn't predict that and go for Outrage. So now, he's going to bring out his Zapdos. And I actually predict this. Go for the Stone Edge. And it's looking like a 2-hit KO-ish. So hopefully I can get the 2-hit KO on him. So I'm just going to go for Stone Edge again. It hits again, luckily. And now the Zapdos is gone. So I basically had this game in the bag if I... Well, no, I basically have this game in the bag. So I'm just going to go out into my Registeel now, seeing as though he's most likely going to go for the Outrage, which he does, which is fine by me because I'm able to take those easily. And now he's just going to be locked in an Outrage, and they're not doing much at all to me. So I'm just going to go for the Seismic Toss just to try and take this Flygon out. Now right here, I see that this Outrage does 57 damage, and after the lefties this turn, wait, let me slow down a little bit. After the lefties this turn, I'm going to be at 60, so I should be able to live one more and hit him with a seismic toss. But he's actually just going to hurt himself in confusion, and I'm going to take him out with the seismic toss anyway. So that was a really good game, FrozenShepard. I really hope to battle you again sometime. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please push that like button. It'll really help me out. Also, leave a comment. I'm always reading you guys' comments, and I'll try to, interact with you a little bit more. So, yeah. Like I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed, etc., etc. And I will see you guys in the near future. Have a nice day, and peace out.